Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In my last video we were learning about how to make a registration form using HTML tags. Okay, and you can see this was the output. Okay, this was the output which we have generated with the help of HTML tags and your form tags. Okay, and this was your coding of HTML. Okay, now moving ahead with the same topic. Okay, in this video we will learn about how you can make a validation in this form. Okay, I want to make some validation in this particular form. Okay, before making the validation, I would like to add two more elements in this particular form. For that purpose, let it be after this particular field address. Okay, I want to let it be suppose I want to add a field over here. Okay, after this particular other courses, I want to make a row and I make a cell and give it a label. Let it be, I say choose any color. This is the text which I want to show. Okay, within the label tag, and close the cell, make a new cell, close the cell, and then close the row. Okay, now within the table tag, what I want to set is I want to set a property that so that the user can able to choose any of the color which the person want to change the background color or any option that he wants to apply. Okay, for that purpose we have a property that is input type is equal to color. Okay, no need to give any name for this right now. Okay, just you have to type input type is equal to color. Now if you see the output by refreshing the web page, you can see a color box will appear over here. Okay, whenever user clicks on this particular button option, okay, you can see a color box will appear over here. You can choose any of the color from over here. Okay, now you can see we are making this form with the help of HTML tag. To integrate this with some effects, okay, you have to integrate this with the help of JavaScript or PHP or .NET. Okay, to make this work. Okay, so this is the way how you can include your color box within your HTML form. Now one more property I want to add. Suppose just make a row. User wants to add a mobile number. Okay, or let it be say telephone number. Okay, telephone number. Close the cell. Okay, here it is. Close the cell and make a new cell. Close the cell and close the row. Within this particular cell, whenever I want to make a field to input a telephone number, we have a property that is input type, that is a value, that is you can say tel. Okay, no need to give its name. Tel is a value by which you can input a telephone number in numerics. Okay, see the output. When you refresh it, you can see the output is there. Now you can see this is a text field. It is like this, email, search, it is looking like this. What the main thing is, I have to mention a placeholder over here so that user should know that what type of telephone number, what type of digits the person should enter. Okay, I say placeholder. If I say 123 hyphen, let it be 45 hyphen, let it be 678. Okay, 678. This is a format which I am going to tell that this is a format which users should input. Okay, just see the output. Now here is the reference. Placeholder means that users should know that what type of format he should enter. Now what I want is I want to make the validation. Validation means I want to set that user, whenever user enter the telephone number, its format should be like this. Here you can see it's there it is 3 digits, there it is 2, and there it is 3. For that purpose you have to give a property that is pattern. Okay, pattern is a property by which you can give some validation. Okay, within the square bracket I say 0-9, and within the curly braces I say let it be 3. It means that this is the square bracket. Within this I put 0-9. It means this is a range. Range means user can input any digit from 0 to 9, and the length of the digits will be of 3 digits. Okay, the length will be 3 digits like this. Okay, after that we have a hyphen and give it hyphen over here. Okay, now I want to input any digit of 2 numbers. Okay, then again give square bracket, and here I write 0-9, and within the curly braces I write 2. Okay, because here I want only two digits. Okay, again give hyphen, and within the square bracket put 0-9. This is a range that user can input any value from 0 to 9, and within the curly braces here I need 3 digits. Here I will input 3. This is the pattern which you have to make. Okay, now after this, if I say title, okay, title you all know it's for screen tip, it's for screen hint. Title equals to, I say wrong input entered. Means whenever users input wrong values according to the pattern, this warning will come over there. Okay, now you can see one more property you required for this. Okay, that is a required property. This is the property you need. Required means you cannot leave this field blank. Okay, user cannot leave this field blank. You have to write some content on this particular field, and then content should be within this particular pattern only. Okay, now you can see the output. If I refresh the page, okay, now before filling any of the value, if I click on this particular submit button, you all know this is submit button. Here I made this over here. You can see at the bottom of the web page, this is your submit button. This is to submit the form. If I click on this particular button, you can see this is the output is there. Please fill out the field. Why so? Because I have put the message that is this one, required. I just put a property that is required. You can see required. It means user cannot be able to left this field blank. Now, what is the user pattern? If I fill this like this, let it be this one. I put like this. Okay, I put this like this one. Now this is a wrong format according to my pattern. Okay, now whenever after filling this, when I click on this particular button, you can see it is displaying the message, please match the requested format and wrong input entered, which I have entered over here. It means user can only able to enter this particular text only with this particular pattern only. Okay, for the example, I like to give a small tag. Okay, just put a small tag over here, small tag, and within this I say example. Okay, just give example over here, that so that user should input the value like this. Okay, this one I just put it over here. This is just for the user reference, otherwise I have given it over here. Okay, now just refresh it. This is a small tag. Example is given there, that users should enter the value in this particular format only. Okay, now you can see the required property. You all know, as I said, that it is the property which make the field mandatory. Okay, now this is a property I want to put in all of the elements. Like on the first text box, if I say required, okay, and I just copy it and paste it onto every field, into the password field, okay, into the text area field, into, you can say, your radio buttons, both radio buttons, and you can see your checkboxes. Okay, your checkboxes. It means each and every field now should be mandatory. Okay, user cannot leave this field blank. Okay, now within this, if I say this is the field, let it be, I say required. Okay, within this select tag, again I say required. Okay, now within the color I say required. Within the telephone number I put required, and within the uploading field I use required. Okay, this is the, no need to fill this over here there, and email. Okay, and for searching and for browsers, okay, you can put all the values over there. With the URL you can all put this one. Okay, over here. Okay, no need for the range, and date time. Okay, this one. Now when you save the page and refresh it, you can see now I doesn't fill any of the form. Whenever I click on the submit button, you can see the field is mandatory because I fill the required option. Okay, when I fill the option, and after mentioning this option, again I click on the submit button, you can see it is asking for the password. Okay, because whenever you field left blank, if it is filled with the required option, then it will not move ahead. Always it will ask for the to fill the form. Okay, now in the last video I told you that we have an email field, we have a URL field. What is the purpose of this particular email and URL field? See, if I put all the fields, if I fill all the fields, okay, I just mention all the fields. this one, I just put this one, any of the value. Okay, this is the format, and I choose the file to upload. Let it be this one. Okay, this one. And now see, now I left it blank and click on submit button. You can see, okay, you have to check this one. Okay, I just selected these three. Now you can see email. Please fill out the field, because I have filled the mandatory option that is required. If I mention this particular ID, okay, now you all know this is a wrong email ID, because in this particular wrong email ID you have two unique characters, that is @ and dot. It should be there. Okay, if I fill it like this and click on this submit button, you can see please include @ is missing. This is the predefined validation in HTML 5.0. This only comes when you make a email field, like this. Okay, now I say let it be dot, and I say @. See, this email field is can validate only @ sign, not dot sign. If you want to validate the entire email ID, okay, then you have to validate with the help of JavaScript or PHP or any of the programming language. Okay, now if I again put on this one, again this is search. Let it be, I say sports. I write any of the thing what I want to search. Okay, and browsers, like this one. Now you say URL. If I left it blank, again it is asking for the field. Now if I say let it be google.co.in, this is the URL. Now what say, please enter your URL. It's not mentioning, it's not saying that it's a correct URL. Okay, it's not moving ahead because I have written a wrong URL. Why so? Because a complete URL is this one. If I write www, it will again not proceed further because it's not a complete URL. The complete URL is this one, http://www.website, name of the website. This is a complete URL. Then it will move further. You can see. Okay, now this one I fill the field, range, date, time, and you can submit it. You can see. Okay, it means every time whenever you want to make the field mandatory, just put the required sign, and if you want to validate it, just mention the pattern. Now again I want to give one more example of the pattern. See, in my password field, I want to validate. Means a user should enter only digits or alphabets in capital letters. For that, in this particular field, I just mention a property pattern. Okay, within the square bracket I say 0-9, and within this curly braces I say let it be 5. Means your password should be the length of 5 characters, 5 digits. Okay, 0 to 9 is the digits which I want, and the length is 5. Now within the title I say only numbers allowed. Okay, no characters are allowed of 5 digits. This is a message which will be shown whenever user input wrong. Okay, now try to refresh it. Okay, this is the name. Let it be I say this is the name, and I put the password. Let it be QWERTY. This is the password. Now this is wrong password as per the criteria. Okay, I should enter digits, but I have just entered the characters. Now try to see it. Submit. You can see only numbers allowed of 5 digits. Okay, if I put 1 2 3 4 5 6, okay, I input 6 digits. What you can see, it is not accepting. Why so? Because digits are there. What numbers digits are greater than 5? Okay, it means you can only enter 5 digits ranging from 0 to 9. I say 7 8 9 6 5. Okay, now you can see 5 digits are there, and click on this. You can see it is moving further. This type of validation you can apply on your HTML form as per the requirement. Okay, now this is all about forms. Okay, if you have not familiar with this all the tags, okay, you can watch my previous video. Okay, I will give you the link on my description section. Okay, now to make it more attractive, you can see if I want to make the size of the table large, okay, you can maintain the width. Let it be 400 pixels. Okay, you can see the width is there. Okay, it will smaller. Let it be 600 pixels. Okay, you can see, refresh it. You can see if you are not able to see the changes, just apply the border. that is table border 5 pixels. Okay, you can see this one is the table, and you all know why I make the table, just for the alignment, just for the symmetrical order of your form. Okay, so I just put it 0 and this is your table. Okay, I hope you are understanding this one, the concept of tables. Okay, now if you are liking my videos, okay, and liking the concept, okay, please subscribe my channel for your support. Thank you.